You haven't tried this kind of flatbread before. These are balloon flatbreads with a garlic and parsley topping. Soft and airy. Just look. We take a smaller bowl and put 25 grams of fresh yeast or 7 to 8 grams of dry yeast in it. We add 1 teaspoon of sugar, 1 teaspoon of flour, and pour in 100 milliliters of lukewarm water. Now we mix it all and let it sit for a while. About 5 to 10 minutes. We need 600 grams of flour. Put half of it in a bowl like this. Add 1 level teaspoon of salt. Mix it a little bit like this. Then pour in this activated yeast. You don't have to wait for the yeast to activate. It's enough to just whisk it well. Add 100 milliliters of water, 200 milliliters of liquid yogurt. It would be best if it's at room temperature. And 2 tablespoons of oil. And now you mix it all with a wooden spoon to combine. Pour in a little more flour, half of the half, and mix it all together again. Add the rest. Mix it as much as possible like this. Scrape the excess off the wooden spoon. Add another tablespoon of oil and continue kneading. Turn the dough like this to pick up all the ingredients. When it starts to stick to your hands again like this, take it out onto the work surface. Sprinkle a little flour on the work surface, take out the dough and knead it there. You will add 2 to 3 pinches. We won't knead the dough for a long time or in a special way, about 1 minute. We'll sprinkle it with a little flour. We'll sprinkle it with flour from above. And now we'll leave it for 5 minutes like this. 5 minutes have passed. We take the dough again and knead it again. Again, we won't knead much, just a little. About a minute or 2 of kneading again. Now we take a bowl. We pour a little oil into the bowl. Place the dough inside the bowl and continue kneading in the bowl again for a minute or 2. It's enough to just tuck these edges in like this. Now at the end, you just bring it all together like this. Turn the dough over. Pat it with your hand. Cover with a cloth and leave it in a warm place for an hour to rise. If you don't have a warm place, you can put it in the oven at 40 degrees Celsius. See how nicely our dough has risen? It should juggle like this. We sprinkle the work surface with a little flour. Then we take the dough out. We'll knead it gently here. Nothing much, just a little like this. To make a circle and divide it into 6 parts. We try to make the parts equal, but if some part is a little bigger, it's not a big deal. We sprinkle in front of us like this. Now we shape each of these parts into a ball. You spread it like this and join these edges like this. And put the first part of the dough. I repeat with all the parts. We sprinkle with a little flour and leave it for 5 minutes to rest while we prepare the trays and paper. We move it aside so it doesn't get in the way. We sprinkle a little flour on the work surface and a little on the dough. And we press gently like this, but very gently. Don't press with the tips of your fingers or with your nails. Do it gently with your fingertips. Turn it over a little. Only now do we take the rolling pin. Just let it go and roll it up and down. Turn it over again, and again a little up and down. When you do this, put it in the tray. You take the second part of the dough, sprinkle a little again, and again gently press with your fingertips. And then roll it out again. We repeat this with all 6 parts of the dough. Put 3 pieces in one large oven tray. When making these balloon flatbreads, everything goes fast. The whole process of making is fast. The only slow part is that you have to wait for the dough to rise several times. When we set it up like this, we leave it for about 20 minutes to rest. 20 minutes have passed. And as you can see, they have slowly started to rise. Covering them with a cloth and preheating the oven to 250 degrees Celsius, and I will leave them while the oven heats up. I will immediately make the topping: 50 milliliters of water, 50 milliliters of oil. You can use any type of oil, as well as melted butter. But then the water should be warm so that it doesn't solidify. I'll add a little salt. And then I will add 1 teaspoon of garlic granules. This part is optional. You can also put fresh garlic. Now I'll mix this a bit and break it up. And then I will add 1 level teaspoon of dried parsley. Of course, fresh is also possible. Everyone should put what they have or like. And the topping is ready. The oven is heated up. We're taking them to bake. As soon as we take them out of the oven, we brush them with this topping. We leave them like this to rest and cool down. Now I'll cut one to show you what it looks like. Ta-da! Wonderful, very soft. Just look.